also just makes me think about like where the divide actually comes in, because a wormhole I've been going down is the Gospel of Mary Magdalene. And just thinking about the stories that were left out of the Bible, and the fact that she was a woman, so she was already, dismissed based on the times that the Bible was created and written, but also her stories, like she was the first person that Jesus came to after he resurrected, and all of her teachings are talking about essentially like what New Age spirituality is, which is the fact that God, that Christ consciousness is existent within all of us. And she talks about like the seat of the soul essentially being where God is. Like that's where we find Jesus. We find him in all of our hearts, which is why I think we can all sit here and be like, Jesus is our homie, even though we, whatever. And Jesus talks about how, I forget the exact words, but essentially how animals, plants, people, we all return home.
So I believe that manifestation is definitely self-power, and it centers the self again. I think it's even arrogant to say that we are God. Melanin actually said that the universe is you and I, and that God exists within her. So it sounds like there's not a common consensus among New Agers, which is a part of the reason that we don't believe in its validity. There are people who believe that they are God and that they're able to manifest their realities. And then there are people like you with more of a Christian background that still have that submission element. I would say that manifestation, for the most part, from people that I have heard speak even today, it does make themselves God, and it refuses submission. And I did want to circle back to the authority of scriptures. The Bible was written over the course of 1,600 years. It has 66 books, 40 plus authors, and there are hyperlinks throughout the entire scriptures. Scholars look at the Bible and they actually consider it the first hyperlinked book because of all the different consistencies. So there's a process called canonization that actually looks at the specific scriptures that we chose to put in the Bible because of their validity, because there were extracurricular historical sources that were actually telling the same story that's in the Bible. The Bible that we have today has 24,000 manuscripts in the original languages, Hebrew, Greek, and Aramaic. So when you start talking about Mary Magdalene or these extra biblical interpretations of scripture, it actually does a disservice to the scholarship that was done with the Bible.